Hi, my name is Tammi Durham. I started doing CBR quite a while ago, but all I would do is listen to the passages. Then about a year ago, with some encouragement from a friend, I started journaling, and it's been a whole new way to look at scripture for me. And I absolutely love that it has opened my eyes to so many different things. So I'm going to talk about CBR for John 11 and show you some of the things that I learned. And I want to show you what my journal looks like. I just picked out a few things to share because there's so much in these passages. So first of all is adoration. And when we look at adoration, we look at different ways that we can praise the Father. And so the first one that I did is that Lazarus's illness was for God's glory. In verse 4, it says, "So the Son of God may be glorified through it." So often we don't think of any illness or anything bad happening, that there can be any good that comes from it, but it definitely can, and in this case it did. And then the next thing was that Jesus wept. And when Mary saw Jesus coming, she said, if you hadn't waited, if you had just come right away, then Lazarus wouldn't have died. And she started crying. And Jesus saw her weeping, and he was deeply troubled and moved in spirit, and he wept with her. He knew that whole time that he was going to raise Lazarus from the dead, so why would he cry about it? He cried out of compassion for Mary. And I just think that's really cool, and I love knowing that I serve a God that is so compassionate. So then Jesus waited. So Jesus waited on purpose. He didn't go right away when he found out that Lazarus was sick. And he did that so that we could see his compassion. Some of the people there asked in verse 37, "Could not he who opened the eyes of the blind man also have kept this man from dying?" And of course he could. He could have done that. But how often do we, just like Mary thought that she knew what was best, she said, you shouldn't have waited. You should have been here. So that leads to the confession part, which I have pride and unbelief. So unbelief that he knows best, that I can let go of my grip of control and remember that he is sovereign, that I don't have to be in control of everything, which is pride, that I can live my life my way, not his way. And then the next blank is Thanksgiving, and I just have a cross in this one, which is what I often do. Sometimes I put some words around that cross. So the story of Lazarus was a precursor to Jesus's impending death and resurrection. He died so that we could have life in him, which is just so much to be thankful for. The next section is supplication, and this is the one that I always struggle with the most. What do I need the Spirit to transform me in? And that's hard for me to see. So first of all, I need to see that delay can be a really good thing, that it doesn't have to be my timing, that when the answer is no or not yet, I can just accept that, which leads to me trusting and remembering that he is able to do far more abundantly than I think or ask. What a glorious feeling that is.